Hey everyone, this is Randall, and welcome to Battle Report number 25 in our A Song of Ice and Fire Battle Report series. For this game, I brought along a Stannis the One True King list, and I'll be playing against Zach, who's running a Rickard Karstark list. We're playing this game at the Forge in Houston, Texas, and we randomly selected the game mode, and we'll be playing Game of Thrones today. For my list, I've brought along the one and only Stannis the One True King. I've been focused a lot on painting my Stannis side units so far this year, and I've been looking forward to playing more games with them. For this game, I brought along a pretty traditional Stannis OTK list without much in the way of big surprises. The only things in the list that I could see swapping out for something else are the R'hllor Faithful and Melisandre NCU. In my list, the Faithful and Melisandre are intended to synergize together, feeding faith tokens to the Faithful while panic bombing Zach's units. If I hadn't brought those two units, I might have brought Champions of the Stag and a 4-point NCU instead. Zach's list is much more interesting. First, he's brought along Rickard Karstark for the second time on the channel. And if that wasn't interesting enough, Zach has brought 2 cavalry units to outflank with. And yes, before you correct me, technically Robb Stark NCU is not an outflank, but it's the same idea. The 2 outflanking cavalry units could potentially be devastating for my army, but they'll leave Zach with much less of a board presence until they arrive. This cavalry force also leaves Zach with only enough points for 2 NCUs, leaving him with less of a tactics board presence. Now let's look at what deployment looks like, and then take a look at my initial plan and my assumptions about Zach's plan. So here's the deployment. First thing, you see the Tully Cav are still there. Now, Robb Stark NCU allows you to deploy a unit and then undeploy them before the game begins to put them into quote-unquote outflank. So I knew going in there was a 95% chance that the Tully Cav were going to be the ones that get yanked off the board, but just for the purposes of portraying the deployment accurately, they are still on here. Once we're done deploying, they got pulled off and put into reserve. So you see I've deployed all my units off to one side of the map with the intention of pushing to the center and then trying to take those 2 right flank objectives. Zach, with only 3 units on the board right now, with the Tully Cav getting pulled off, has his Berserkers off to my left flank edge, which I'm assuming those guys are going to run over to one of those points on the side. And then the Karstark Spears and Karstark Loyalists are on their own on the right side of the map to face off against my entire army. Here's my initial plan. I'm going to move Stannis up into the middle to hold that center objective, and then from there to react kind of wherever he needs to go if he needs to vacate that point. I'm going to move the Lightbringers up into an area where they could cover the approaches of where the Loyalists or the Karstark Spears would move up, so I can kind of set up a sector of fire there that'll take out, well, not take out necessarily, but shoot at any of those 2 units that Zach has on that flank. And the Faithful are going to kind of react to the situation. They're going to do whatever they need to do. They have Devon Seaworth in them, so he can get a guaranteed 12-inch charge. So I don't necessarily need to move them up too close until I really need to. But those guys are there to body block to kind of keep the Lightbringers safe from any Karstark Spear or Loyalist charges. Also, they can run up there and just start getting into a scrap if need be, and then they can just get shot into by the Lightbringers, which will feed their faith tokens. But really the Faithful are there to just basically be bodies. I'm not expecting them to survive the game. They're there to do damage, hopefully take a unit down with them, and just kind of delay, just kind of hold up Zach's advance a bit. Then the Halberdiers, as you'd expect, they're going to jump on that bottommost point there, probably cap it for a round or 2, and then kind of move up to take that other objective if I'm able to whittle down Zach's forces on that side. So here's what I assess as Zach's most likely course of action. Going from left to right, the Berserkers are almost certainly going to just jump on one of those points, and I assume stay there all game, maybe. The Karstark Spears and Loyalists, I assume we're going to try to take that furthest most point on the right, and then try to hold out against my army as long as they can until the outflank units arrive. And then Really, the biggest question is where are those outflank units going to arrive? And I'm assuming the most likely answer to that is that they're going to come in together, probably on the flank that my units are in, so that they can get into melee as quickly as possible and do as much damage as possible. You know, if they both come in on the other side, then I'm going to have probably almost an entire round to react to them popping in. So this is what I assess to be the most likely course of action for Zach. And then as far as most dangerous, this is kind of the Zach playing the objectives course of action. I'm keeping the Berserkers in the same spot, but then you see I'm putting his Outriders outflanking on the left flank rather than the right flank with the Tully Cav. This is so that they can jump in, score 1 point for 1 round, and then pile in on Stannis in the center. Then I've also got his Karstark spears playing a little bit cagey in the beginning of the game, trying to just stay out of Lightbringer range and just kind of skirt that deployment line a little bit, and then come in on Stannis right around the same time that the Outriders do. And then the Karstark Loyalists, they're just going to move up and take that point, probably be sacrificial lambs, but hopefully score a point before they go down. And then the Tully Cav come in, and rather than pile in on the Halberdiers, who are going to be closer to them, take those Tully Cav and kind of swing them around into the center of my line, the center rear of my line, and nuke those Lightbringers, because they could pretty easily one-shot a unit of Lightbringers, I think, if they hit them in the rear. So that's what I assess to be the most dangerous course of action. Zach focusing on objectives, and then hitting the weakest point of my line in the rear with his Tully Cav. Now, before we get underway, I'd be remiss if I didn't point out that we're now at the quarter-century mark on battle reports, with this being number 25. I'm still astonished that I've continued putting these things together now after almost 2 years, but here we are. I hope you all enjoyed this one, and I want to give a big thanks to all the folks who have supported the channel with their kind words of support, encouragement, and constructive feedback over the past months and years. As always, once you're done watching, please consider liking and commenting on the video, and if you haven't already, please consider subscribing. With all that said, sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Okie dokie. I have a start of any turn. It is Oath of Duty. It's my quest card. This is, while this card has a token, each time this unit performs a melee attack before rolling attack dice, the defender gains a condition token, and if I control the crown, this unit may re-roll attack dice. So I will put it on Stannis, on his Kingsman, and then I will activate Axel Florent. I will throw him on the tactics zone. I will give a, let's see, I'll give a, weakened token. These guys are they more offensive now? Or are they?
They're more, they're going after your
They morale.
Your morale. So
based?
they're
okay. They're like vicious.
Vicious and think armies or units successfully charged become panicked.
Okay. So then I'll give the Spearman a vulnerable token, and then I'll have Axel influence the Spearman, and that gives them a panic token. So I won't bother giving the influence card because all it does is give you a panic token.
Yeah.
And that, I have to draw 2 cards. All right, that's it for me. And then I have another start of any turn on for your turn, if you don't.
I don't believe I do. Nope.
Okay, I just got my other Oath of Duty right now.
Okay.
So I'm going to stick it on the Faithful.
Okay.
Actually, I'll put it on the Halberds. Sorry.
Okay.
Because these guys are most likely to probably die.
I'll put Caitlin on the bags.
Okay.
just use her ability to remove a token, and then the bag's ability to remove a token.
Okay. I'll take Alistair. I'll throw him on the maneuver zone. And I will... I'll have the Lightbringers move up a little bit. Just maneuver forward.
Put Rob on the crown. And who's got the lowest?
So they are 5, but with Stannis they're a 4, and they have Iron Resolve. These guys are a 6. Yeah, they're a 6. These guys are a 4, and these guys are a 6. So they're tied for lowest, these two.
I'll go ahead and put it on them.
Okay. So they go from a 6 to a 7. They're outside of the corpse pile.
Oh, they're
And they
good.
pass.
Curse of New Paint.
I'll activate Stannis. Lamanis. He is going to... He's just going to march straight forward 10 inches. Just like that.
Berserkers. These guys, I want to say, are 6 movement.
I think they're 5, if I remember correctly.
You're right, 5. So that is 10.
I feel like once they get down to, like, once they lose a rank, they should gain, like, 1 movement speed, because it seems,
That would fit.
you know, for berserking, you know, they already, you know, they get, like, more defensive and everything as they're berserking, but it would make more sense for them to be able to run faster, too.
I'm just going to do this. Because I'm a silly, silly goose. Does that look like about where they were?
Oh, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, like you said, there's no mortgages on the line here. I will activate the Faithful. And I think they're going to do pretty much what Stannis did here. They're going to just sprint up. Are they 6 movement speed now? Or? Oh yeah, they're 6 movement speed. Nice. So they'll run really fast. Just go all the way up here. Like that. And just kind of pivot out a little bit like that.
They won't move.
You're going to hang out?
Yep.
Okay. I will activate the Halberdiers. And they're going to pivot just a little bit. Actually, they'll just... they'll just pivot a little bit just to get on the token. We don't start scoring yet, but just put them there like that for now.
Just want to make sure I stay outside of this.
It's like the 90s
No
playlist
kidding.
here. It's like reminding me of middle school.
Shut up, Dad. All right. I'm activated out.
Okay. I just have Melisandre and the Lightbringers to go. I think I maybe screwed myself out of being able to shoot with the Lightbringers because I pivoted these guys into their way. So if they move up 5 inches, they're still going to be too far away. Let's see if they can march through. If they go to here, so if they go to there, they could pivot like that.
Oh, they maneuvered.
Yeah, they got free
Gotcha.
maneuver off of there.
All right.
So they'll do that. They'll activate and do that, but they just won't go quite as far as they just go just in range. I'll do that. This is on them. Then my last activation is Melisandre.
May I read
Yeah.
her card? I just want to see if there's... Yeah. Alrighty.
So I'll activate her, throw her over here. Let's see, are they in long range? They are not in long range. So I can't influence them. That would be helpful. Let me see, do these guys start off with a... Okay, yeah, so they start off with 1 faith token. Do I want to give them a faith token and make them suffer wounds for no effect? So I'm gonna risk doing massive damage to myself, and I'll influence these guys, and I'll have them do the panic test to try to panic bomb those guys because they're in long range. So they take a panic test. They suffer 2 wounds first, so they suffer 2 wounds.
Yep.
And then they take a panic test, and if I pass it, then I can. Oh no! If I make them, so even if I fail it, I'll do the panic bomb. So they're a 6, but now they're a 7 because of the corpse pile. Okay,
did
so they
it.
pass.
All right.
And
So these guys on 2.
so they'll take a -2, -2 to their roll and +2 wounds.
All right. So that gives them 6 to 8, and the blue will be the D3. No. So that is 4.
1. Well, this is
Or no, it's 1. So that'd
1
be
plus
3.
2. Yeah, so 3. And then off of the sword, she'll have the Lightbringer shoot also. I think they're 6 or 7? 7 on 4 ranks. Okay, so 7 on 3s. So it's 6.
So that's 6 on 4s. 2, 4, 6. Looking for 4s. No. Got the same kind of dice. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4. Now a panic test.
They're vicious, so it'll be another -2 panic test.
All right, so 6, 7, 8.
All right,
That
got it
one
that
I
time.
did get. All right. Okay. Well, that's the round.
Yep, that's it for me. I'm going to throw away a Baratheon Justice and draw 1 card.
Okay, I'm gonna discard Northern Ferocity. What do I get? Okay.
First player is yours.
So,
If you take the bag, then you possibly give up the maneuver zone for a outflank.
yeah. That was just some devastating rolling first round. So I think you're gonna have to.
Okay.
So.
I will activate Axel, and I'm going to throw him on the sword. And I'll have him panic these guys again.
Okay.
And then I'm going to have these guys shoot. They're going to shoot again. They're still at 3 ranks. So shoot 7. So 7 on 3s. All right, not quite as good as the last one, but
That's
5.
5?
5's still pretty decent.
Yeah, that's plenty good. Alrighty. Looking for 4s. That's 2. And
Vicious.
So they're back to 8s. I think, yes? Should have remembered that. Yes, we're at 8s. Nope, that's 2.
I will.
You want me
I
to?
may as well roll the panic. Use the have you roll the D. That's
This
your
is the
D3.
D3.
Okay, because that was only a 1,
One.
right? Okay,
Yeah,
then I'll use this for sure.
All right, that's 3.
All right. And then they chain. They have like kind of a spread fear. So they'll chain. They chain panic test to those guys
Gotcha.
at another -2.
Alrighty, so the loyalists are 6, 7, 8. But
All right,
they
they're
got
good.
Alrighty. Those guys.
Activate them.
Yep.
Okay,
I'm
I
gonna
will
activate them.
taunt them with these guys. So they'll taunt. So if you don't attack them, then you become
Sure.
vulnerable and weakened.
But first, I'm going to use his order. No, excuse me. They don't have an order.
Oh yeah, that's
I'm
on
silly.
those guys, right?
All right. Double checking calves. Yep. All right. So they are 5-ups
5-ups for what?
for their rally.
Oh,
their-
you don't even do a panic morale test anymore?
Oh, all right.
It's just if the enemy could attack and charge this unit and declares any action other than that, they become weaken and vulnerable. So you can,
okay, yeah, no, I
so you
was,
can
I
either
was
charge
going
them
to
or-
attack them.
You
Anyway.
attack them anyway?
Yeah, I was going to
Okay.
hit these guys anyway.
Okay.
So the way I would do it is with their primary action, I would move them in within
Yeah,
one,
within an inch,
and
yeah,
then
just get 'em nut
I'm
to
just
butt.
basically rolling to see if
Yep.
it's disorderly. Nope.
All right. I think you'll have to go 50 that way.
Yep.
You want me to move them?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
I agree.
Yeah, because I don't think they'll be off the board a little bit. So
Okay, so they're successfully charged, so I'm going to do Winter is Coming. I have this, it doesn't really matter because they're already rolling their highest attack die, but you can't be the target of tactics or orders.
okay,
So 2, 4, 6,
this turn. Okay, can I have the target?
2, 4, 6, 8, 10. All right, so that's 10. That should be 10 dice on 3 with Sundering.
Yep. And so you're in the rear with Sundering, so I go from a 3 to a 6.
Yeah. Okay, re-roll these. And
Right,
so that's 8.
Okay. All right, 8 on 6s. I'm not forgetting anything, right? Nope. So 8 on 6s. None. So they go to here. And then in the rear, they are a 6 normally, but this will take them. Did you get vicious or anything? No.
No.
Okay, so 6 to an 8. And they take 2 more.
All right.
So they're down to 2 wounds now. And after your attack, I'm going to play. I'm going to play Baratheon Justice. Well, it's just condition token. Just a condition token.
Oh, all right.
It's
I
not
thought
final
it was
strike. No, it's not final
All right.
strike. I really wish I had final
All
strike.
right.
No.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. It doesn't target
Yeah.
my guys. It only targets you.
Yeah.
So otherwise, I couldn't use it. But
Oh, and sorry for the
yeah.
barroom language.
it's okay. I can mute the odd word here and there.
Yeah.
So I'll have you take a. So I'll have you take a weaken token.
Okay.
So I'll give you a weaken token.
Oh yeah.
So I'll activate Axel. He'll jump here onto the bag. I will heal 3 to these guys. Get to that all-important second rank. And then I'm going to use one of his orders to then jump over to... I'll jump over onto the tactics zone. I'll jump over onto the crown.
Okay.
So you'll take the crown, I'll expend an order, and that's it.
Alrighty. I'll put her on here, and I'll influence these guys to remove the weaken, and I'll use assault orders to take another swing. Since they didn't charge, they won't get their lance.
Yeah,
so it'll be 6 on 3s.
Okay.
Oops, sorry. Should have kept that. That was a hit. Alrighty. Awful.
Wow, 1. All right, 1 on 6 again.
Yep.
So take 1.
Yep.
And still in the
panic.
rear. Yep. So go from a 6 to an 8.
No, you got it.
Pass.
Alrighty.
All right, start of a friendly turn. I'm going to use supply aid from the Lightbringers to. I'll take 3 wounds off of the Lightbringers, and that'll give 4 back to these guys over here. And then I'm just going to activate them. So they'll spin around. Oops. So they'll face you. And they're going to swing. What's anything else I got here?
Oh my God, I'm an idiot.
What?
Rob gives them enemies successfully he now influences that unit. We're playing it out because we're well past it, but these guys would have been panicked and vulnerable.
Panicked and vulnerable?
From attacking them in the rear, but that's fine. We played
well,
it through.
I mean, I could put it back on them. They didn't pass any of their armor saves, so they would have still had the vulnerable anyway.
Yeah.
But we can leave the panicked on them. I'm good with it.
Yeah, that's fine. All right.
Okay, yep, so they're going to spin around and attack. And I'm going to play ours as the Fury. So I have one of the zones.
Yep.
So I'll take +1 to hit, and they already have Sundering, so I'll take Vicious.
All right.
So they go from 4 up to a 3 up. And they're still on 7 dice now, because they're at 2 ranks. So 7 on 3s with Native Sundering and Vicious.
All right. Looks like
So
5.
Yep.
I don't know which set of disappointing dice to use. So that is Sundering. I go from 3s to 4s.
Maybe we should do like a dice exchange program where I loan you a set of my dice and you loan me a set of yours.
That. you don't want Zach touch dice to go home. All right, that's 2.
I can throw a couple of wounds on them.
And those, I'm sorry, did you say they have Vicious now?
Yeah, from the ours is the Fury.
Okay, so that is 5, 6, 7. Good, and Rally Banners lets me bring back 1.
Okay.
So. Double checking these guys, I think they move 5. Yep. So. Actually, let's not be stupid. There's no reason to do that, is there? I'm going to change that to a maneuver.
Okay.
Let's see, one more. There we go. To that. Okay. That's it.
Okay. The intent being to stay out of long range, right?
So these guys move what, 5 or 6?
They move 6.
They move 6?
Yeah, and I could get a guaranteed 6 charge off of with him. Oh, and with this objective, they weaken you when they attack you, which I forgot. So
yeah, but we don't control them yet, do we? It's the end of this round, right?
I'm controlling it now because I'm over it. So you control it, you just don't score points off of it.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
Oh, this one doesn't do anything for me?
Yeah, so like this one says when you score points, so you don't start doing anything with this until you score points.
Right,
yeah, while controlling this objective. So, yeah, I forgot that one. All right, so they activated. No, that was off of the sword, right? No, this was them shooting. Yeah, I activated them, I think, and I flipped them around. Yeah, let me make sure I remember that. Okay. I think what I'm going to do though is activate the what do they call the faithful,
and march up.
And it's a question of do I go for these guys, or do I flip around and try to take out these cavaliers, or just try to let these guys hold them. And they already activated, right? Those guys activated?
Yes.
Okay.
So you've got I have one more activation, you have 3 more.
Okay. So I guess I will choose violence, and I'm not going to try to charge you, but I'm just going to run them. I'm going to run them over here.
So yeah.
And then just sit on this objective.
Yep.
Like that. Yeah, so that's their activation.
You're going to be outscoring me like crazy, so there's no point in being coy. Yeah, I might be able to charge him.
All right, I'll activate Stannis, and he's going to just kind of maneuver. Just maneuver up here.
1, 2, 3. Yeah, you already got 1 for combat, so that's 4. Oh, we're on round 2.
Oh yeah, thanks. Sorry. All right. So you'll go there. All right, back to you. That's all.
I'm activated.
You activated out. Okay, I've got them, and I have Melisandre. I'll activate Melisandre. I'll throw her over here. I will have, off of here, I'll panic these guys. And I'll draw 2 cards. And then I'll have her influence the faithful. And I'll do her shenanigans here, so they'll take 2 wounds. Whoa, whoa. All right, they're a 4 up. They
good.
Pass. And then I'm going to play Conviction, Baratheon Conviction. So when they pass a morale test, they just restore 2, so I'm just going to give them the 2 guys back. And then she'll panic bomb those guys for a -2.
Okay, so that gives them to 8. That is far away from 8, so that is 3, 4, 5.
All right, activate these guys, the light bringers. They'll move up 2 inches. And they should be in range.
Yeah, I'd say you are.
Yeah, and they'll fire. So they're on 2 ranks now, so I think that's 6. It is, yep, it's 6. 6 on 3s. And still 5. So 5 shots.
5. Now these guys are on 6s. Or no, excuse me, they're saving on 4s. So what was it, 5 on 4s?
It was 5, yeah.
All right. So 5 on 4s. It's 3. And
It's vicious panic.
Okay, so they will be on 8s then. And here's a 1.
I'll burn this to have you reroll
Reroll.
that one. All right, still 1.
Finally, the dice are breaking my way. All right. And I think that's activated out?
Yep, that's it.
Okay.
All right, so I get these 3 because we're the same ranks, so I still will count as controlling it.
Yep.
I'll keep what I have here. I can draw up to having 4 now because I've got this +1 hand size. This is when you score points, I can have one friendly unit shift 3 inches. I don't know if I need anybody to shift though.
Do the Cavs still have weakened?
They do, because these guys hit them. They had a weekend before, and then you cleared it
Yeah.
with Catelyn, and then when these guys attacked, because of this thing, they because of Objective 9, they
okay.
weakened them. Let's see, shift really. Yeah, I'm not going to shift. I don't.
Gonna bring these guys out.
Okay. Oh yeah, let me draw up to 2 cards. Okay. Start of any turn. I have a start of any turn. Test of Faith. So this is target 1 friendly R'hllor unit. That unit performs 1 morale test on a success. That unit removes all condition tokens. Attach this card to that unit. Remove it after an enemy completes an attack on this unit. While attached, the unit gains +1 to defense die rolls. So they take a morale test. If they pass, they can get +1 defense for one attack, basically. So I will use that on. I'll use it on. I'm gonna use it on these guys because I think these guys are going to be gank bait. For. Do you want him? You want him facing this way?
It doesn't really.
I guess it doesn't matter because
I'm going to have him facing this way, just.
Okay.
But it.
Yeah, I mean he can maneuver
really
anyway. So I'll have them do a test of faith. So it's just a morale test, so there's no wounds or anything. So they're a 6, but there'll be a 7 because of that. They fail, then I think I can pass this. So, nope, that's just a panic test. Okay, so they fail it. So it does nothing.
All right.
And then I'm gonna have Melisandre take the sword. And
Actually, I'm sorry.
yeah.
You know, it's fine. No worries.
Sure. We're
I was thinking about doing, it doesn't matter. Let's just do it. Need for Vengeance. At start of any round, target 1 friendly combat unit. That unit performs 1 attack action. If this targets a House Karstark unit, gains +1. After completing this attack, your opponent can activate 1 NCU.
okay.
So you essentially will get that NCU activation for free, and before the round actually starts.
Okay, go for it.
So these guys, onto them.
Okay.
Again, that should be 6.
6 on 3s, sundering.
Yep. So, yep. Yes, 6 on 3s with sundering, 2, 4, 6. And they're weakened. They're panicked and vulnerable. 1 there.
All right, I'll use the weekend.
Alrighty. They all still hit, so
okay.
that's 5.
All right, so sundering in my front, so I go from a 3 to a 4.
And I might as well do the,
Yep.
yeah.
All right, so 3 go through, re-rolled 2 successes.
Okay.
I still pass 1, that's 4, so I go down to 1 rank so far.
Yep.
And then panic on a just flat 6, because no modifiers, I don't think, right?
Yep. You're good.
All right, they pass.
Oh, wait a second.
Oh, wait,
they're
there's
panicked.
a, yeah, panic token.
I guess re-roll all of them.
Okay. All right.
That's 2.
I'll play Azora High. When a friendly unit is performing a panic test after rolling attack dice, or after rolling dice, unit can only suffer a maximum of 1 wound. They're not a R'hllor unit, so this next part doesn't matter. So instead of taking 2, they'll just take 1, basically.
Alrighty. All right. Now do what you want to do. What is in your black heart to do.
All right, so now I basically get 2 activations. I get I get the NCU off of
You get
off
the
of that
NCU
thing,
from
right?
that, and then you get another.
Okay.
Like.
All right, so my NCU, I'm going to use Alistair, and yeah, so I'll take Alistair. I'll throw him on the bag. I'll heal 3 back to these guys again. And then I'll use another one of his tokens, and I'll have him move over here to the crown. And then now for my actual activation, then I would have done that test of faith, which we'll just consider it already resolved. So they failed that. And then now I'll activate Melisandre. I'll throw her on the sword. And then I'm going to, I'll pick the order that this resolves in. Like, I'll pick whether I attack first or do her little thing first.
Sure.
So I'm going to do her little song and dance first. So I'll influence these guys again. I'll have them take the 2 wounds. And then they'll take a panic test on a 4-up, which they fail. And I don't have Azora High anymore.
Oh my God!
So they'll take 1 more.
I'll take whatever I can get.
So they take 1 more. They don't get a faith token because they failed it.
Yep.
But then they'll still panic bomb those guys. Okay. So they'll still get a -2.
Oh, all right. That's not conditional?
Yeah, it's not conditional.
Oh, wow. No, I believe you. If you do, yeah, no, shit, that is not conditional. All right. So, why am I still checking? Like I don't know. So that is 8 with a +2. Yeah, so if I fail, they're gone.
Yeah.
I failed.
Yep.
They're gone. Okay. That was a good choice, Zach.
And then for the attack, I'll have these guys attack into the Tully Cab again.
Sure.
And I'll play Ours as the Fury on them again. So they'll just get +1 to hit and vicious again, just like they did last time.
Alrighty.
And they're back to 7 because they are on 2 ranks.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so 7 on 3s.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 6.
Alrighty.
6 with Sundering
2,
Vicious.
4, 6. So that brings them to 4s.
This will weaken them from this thing.
Mm-hmm. Oh, shit. So that is 4 wounds. So
that's 1, 2.
So that takes down one stand,
One guy.
and another stand is at that. All right. Then Vicious, you said?
Vicious, yeah.
All right. So they are. That should put them at 7s. They're good, and so they get
restore
back 1. Yep. She'll influence them. Remove that. They are going to retreat.
Okay.
It is a tactical withdrawal.
So they go, what are they, 5 movement speed?
Yes.
So they go 9. Do you want me to slide them the whole way?
Please.
Okay. So they go over all the way to the 10 mark.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
And then, do you want to orient them differently or some other way?
No, not really. I don't think it really matters because they're out of their line of sight. But just
and I'll get to pivot after you disengage from me. So I'll probably.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I'm like right on the corner of that objective, so I can't really pivot too much.
If I were you, I would just be going for the style. It's to you, sir.
I like that Axel. And he is going to jump on the letters. And he will re-weaken these guys. And then I'll draw 2 cards. And that is... Oh yeah, he gets to influence. He'll influence these guys. All right, that's it.
I'm going to use his order token to give this guy vulnerable.
Okay.
Oh, you got it. Activate
You're activating
here.
them?
Yep.
Okay.
Or I could go up his butt.
Yeah, so you're 6, right?
6,
so you need like a 1, 2, or?
Yeah, I would need a 2 to get in there. It might actually be worthwhile. So, yep, made it in there.
Want to go 50 or?
Yeah, let's go straight behind. There's just, if anything, to give those guys a little bit more room to do. All right, so this automatically gives them weakened. Ambush gives them panicked and weakened. Yeah, I'll just do panicked and weakened. Attacking their butts. That gives them... And I appreciate your patience here.
Yeah, of course.
All right. So that is 7 on 4s. 2, 4, 6, 7. 4. Thank God for rerolls.
It's on 4s or 3s?
4s. This was a 4. All right, so that is 2, 4, 5.
Okay. All right, on 6s.
Yep.
4.
4, yeah, go ahead and reroll that
Well,
one.
I'm not vulnerable. I'm just panicked.
Oh, okay.
Panicked and weakened.
Oh, sorry.
So he goes down to here. And then in the rear, next to the corpse pile, so I go from a 6, 7, 8 to a 9. And fail. I'm gonna Azora High, play Azora High. So if it's a Relore unit, I pass the test, and then all enemies engaged with me become panicked. So I'll auto pass it and panic these guys instead.
Okay.
I'll activate the halberdiers. So they're out of line of sight. Your guys are out of line of sight, so I can't try to charge them or anything.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do with them is just maneuver them, basically. So I'm going to maneuver them just kind of like this over the objective. And this was on these guys? Yeah, you mark targeted them, that's right. Okay. Oh, you mind if I do start a friendly turn from my turn right now?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, I'll use their supply aid. Start a friendly turn. I'll just remove 0 wounds, but restore 1 wound. So it's just +1 wound. So I'm just going to restore 1 wound out of these guys. It's 1 off of your movement.
All right, I'm going to activate these guys for a charge. Align. Distance. That is 5. I need 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yep. Got it.
Good. Like Flynn. After charged. Okay. Performing a charge action, but after rolling the distance, I'm going to do this to make them panicked and vulnerable.
What's that? Devastating impact?
Yep. And then they have successfully charged, so I'm going to do Winter is Coming. They can't be the target of tactics this turn, and is it tactic? Orders or tactics, and they use their highest.
Okay.
So that should be 9 on 3, I believe. So 9 on 3, but the pile keeps me from re-rolling, I believe. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Yep, 9 on 3s. And yeah, I believe the pile keeps me from.
Yeah, you can't re-roll going through the pile. Yeah.
All right, so that is 9, 8, 7.
7. Okay.
Yep.
And Sundering?
Nope.
Okay. So I 7 on force. All right, pass 4, fail 3.
Yeah, re-roll.
Okay. Okay, take 6, pass 1. So I go down to this guy here. And then panic on a, they're a 5. He makes them a 4. Corpse pile makes them a 5 again. And do they have vicious or anything?
Nope.
Okay, so back to a 5.
Yep.
All right, so they pass.
Right. Re-roll your, I'd say just re-roll the 2 yellow dice.
Okay.
Yeah, it was worth a shot.
And with Dauntless, they heal 1.
Yep.
So 1 guy goes back.
Yeah, so you're just on 4.
So that guy goes back there. Activated. And I've got these 3 combat units to go. He hasn't activated yet.
Yep.
Guess I'll go with Stannis. So I'll activate Stannis. And that doesn't help me there. And he's just going to swing, I guess. So... let's see if I can align this way. Still stay on the token. Yeah. So he'll align that way. And
interesting.
Then I'm going to play Sustained Assault.
Mm-hmm. So they'll reroll.
Yeah, so they're already going to have rerolls because of the Kingsman's new ability. When the opponent does not control the crown, this attack gains critical blow and may reroll any attack dice. So this is just giving them highest attack die value, which just takes them from a 6 to a 7. So it's not too much. I'm more just kind of cycling stuff through my...
It's not doing any good in your hand.
Yeah. So they'll be on 7 dice with rerolls, crit blow, and sundering. So on 3s, reroll these 3. All right, so 6.
That is
6 with sundering.
6 with sundering, so I think that brings these guys to a 7 or to a 6. Yep, brings them to a 6. And that's all of them.
Oh, so. Save 1, right?
Oh shit, you're right. My bad. So let's see here. It's 2, 4, 5.
Yeah, 5.
Math is hard. Alrighty. And
they don't have vicious, just a corpse pile there.
So that will bring them to a 6.
Their morale gets better right now, right? Because they lost a rank.
You are correct. So Berserker's Fervor. So that'll bring them back to a 5.
Yep. Okay.
Alrighty. So they're good.
They're good. So you are activating them, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I was gonna taunt them, like no matter what. I was gonna taunt them with these guys.
With these guys?
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, 'cause I wanted to protect Stannis' flank. So.
No, it's a good call.
Yeah. So.
All right. So
you either attack
I'm gonna have to
attack them or take tokens.
Yeah. Yeah. I can afford the tokens. Yep. They made it.
All right.
So.
And you can go 100 or 50 this way.
100 straight on.
Okay.
It's probably best. Okay, so they are weakened, but they still have...
Yeah, they're 10 dice, right?
Yeah. Are you... Oh, yeah, you don't have any of your... You don't have any of your things. All right, so there'll still be 10 dice, but they're weakened. All right, so that is 10 with sundering. No, with sundering?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
10 on sundering with rerolls, hitting on 3s.
That's what I like to see.
No. You've seen enough. What the heck? All right, so that's 4.
Right, so that's 9. So yeah, I'll use the weakened.
Yep.
So just a. So is that 6?
Yep.
All right. So 6 on 4s. 2, 4, 6. And I am vulnerable. So I pass 3.
Pop those.
All right. Pop it like it's hot.
Doesn't matter. So it's the 3. All right.
And panic just on a just net neutral 6. And I pass.
You're good. Okay. All right. Do you have anything on that?
I got these 2 here.
Okay.
All right. So I'm going to activate the. Well, let's see. I'll activate these guys first. So I'll activate the Faithful first.
Yep.
And they're going to just maneuver.
Okay.
So they're going to stay on the point.
Yep.
Then just spin around, basically.
Yeah, you'll be at 8 at the end of this round. Or maybe...
Well,
no, 9
this is
because...
contested. So I'm fewer ranks than you, so I won't get this one.
No, you'll still be at 8 because you killed my leader, right? Don't you get an extra?
No, I don't get extra points.
Oh, okay.
No. That's not. Yeah, not this game mode. So they'll just maneuver and just spin around like that. You're activated out?
No, I've got Rob still. But I was just gonna.
Okay. Yeah. Then back to you.
Debating if I want to. Do I want to heal these guys or those guys? I think I'd rather heal my berserkers.
Okay.
So. 1, 2, 3, and remove this panic token.
Well, you gotta. It all has to be the same.
Oh,
unit.
it does.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Okay, then that's fine.
Then I will.
The panic token was on these guys.
It was on these guys, yeah, because these guys did the auto pass and.
That's right.
And
that's
they,
right.
yeah, panicked anybody they were engaged with. Yeah, see, part of me wants to retreat them out, but then I retreat them out, and you have first player next round. You could just recharge them and just wipe them out. So part of me is just thinking I may as well just swing at you because I don't think there's any way to unstick myself from these outriders at this point.
It would probably be best for you because even if I chose to keep them alive and just take whatever small plinks they throw out there, I could just as easily use my first to go after him.
Yeah, recharge him.
Yeah.
So I'll do that. I'll activate them, activate the light bringers, and these guys will swing around.
Okay.
And let me see if I can align this way. Yeah, so they'll align this way. They're panicked and weakened. And let's see. Yeah, I don't want to do that. It might blow up in my face. So, yeah, so they're just going to swing. So they have, with Davos, they have True Conviction. So if I'm attacking an enemy with more remaining ranks, I can re-roll attack dice. But they only throw 3 dice at 1 rank on a 5+. So, and I'm weakened, so not a lot of faith in these guys right now. All right, re-roll these 2. All right, so 1. Do you want to use the weakened token?
Might as well.
All right. All right, so nothing.
All right.
And that is it for me.
Okay, I'm activated out.
Okay.
All right.
So I don't control this one anymore either because you outrank me.
Okay.
So I just get that one.
All righty.
So I go to 6. This goes to you.
I'll throw North Remembers onto them.
Okay.
Let's do. I'm gonna put him there. Use assault orders for them to swing.
Okay.
Let's say that is. So that'll be 7 on 4s. 2, 4, 6, 7 4s. That is 3.
All right. Well, that's enough to do it if I fail these. So they're on. They don't have sundering or anything, right?
Nope.
Okay. So 4s. All right. Save 1. So Davos stands alone.
Yep.
And then I'm still panicked. So they are a 6, and I think they're out of the.
I think they're out.
Yeah,
of
they're just out of the corpse pile. So they're still a 6. And
Doesn't matter.
they fail.
All right. Okay.
So you get a point.
So you guys. Hooray! I'm on the board.
And then these oaths of duty get turned on.
Mm-hmm. All right. That's me.
All right. So I'm going to use Final Strike. I forgot to do that, but I haven't done anything yet. Yeah, on these guys. So technically happened before the Surge Forth.
Yeah,
but
that's fine.
Yeah, it doesn't affect anything. So it would just be 3.
1 hit. Okay, so three hits.
3 hits.
3 hits on 4s, I believe. Yep, 3 on 4s. They take 2. I roll like garbage. I just want you to know, Randall, you didn't win this game, all right? My dice lost it.
Well, I haven't won yet. You could easily kill both of these units this round, probably, which would take you up 2 points in kills to take you to 3. Jump on those objectives to give you 2 more points at the end of the round, which takes you to 5, and leaves me with just this point here.
Yeah, but this, you're still able to do a heck of a lot of Melisandre bombing. It would have to be, I would have to table you to do it.
Yeah, so I've got to take the sword now. It's just a question of what am I going to take it with. All right, I'm going to take the Melisandre. I'm going to throw her on the sword. And she will influence these guys again. So she'll jump over here, influence them. They'll take 2 wounds. Yeah, and they'll take a panic test. They're on a 4. This is theirs, I think. All right, so they're good. They get another Relore token. And then...
So my calves...
Yeah, they're the only one in long range.
Calves will be 7s.
All right,
they're good.
So this goes off of them. And then for my attack... Guess I'll attack with these guys in the hopes that I can just take them down to 1 rank. And I'll weaken them because of this thing. So these guys are going to swing at them. This weakens them. And I have anything here that I want to use? Nope. Okay. So it's just 4. 4 on 4s. Where did this go? Is that theirs?
I don't remember. No, these were on the Lightbringers.
The Lightbringers?
Yeah,
okay.
I believe so.
They were panicked and weakened. Yeah. Okay.
So if you play back the tape and I'm a liar.
Yeah, I'll put a little bubble in there. So 4 on 4s.
I'm not going to touch it because that's not something you want.
Hey, there we go.
Whoa.
All right. So 4.
Jerk.
Sundering.
All right, so that should bring me to 4s. Yep. So that's 4 on 4s.
Right.
2.
2. Oh, this thing. Oath of Duty. Defender gains 1 condition token whenever I attack. So I'll
give me a vulnerable.
I'll give you a vulnerable and I'll expend it
if
you don't mind me
not
reversing time a little bit there.
Okay,
so take 1 more.
Yep.
So that's the horse.
3. Now the they're on 5s. We're good.
All right, so 1
rings
goes back.
a horse with 2. Alrighty. To me. Yeah, I'm going to activate these guys and do that. So, rolling for disorderly. Nope. Okay. Attacking them in the side will make them panicked and weakened.
I will play Stag's Wit. When a friendly unit gains a condition token, remove that token. I'll remove, they haven't activated yet, right?
No.
I'll just remove the panic token in the hopes I can increase my survivability from this attack.
Okay, so these guys will be saving on 4s now. Oh, I'm an idiot. At the beginning of their activation, I meant to put a vulnerable token on them. Is that okay?
Because they have marked target?
Yeah, he has marked target. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Might as well. All right, so that is 7 on 4s. 2, 4, 6, 7. 4s with rerolls. Wow. That is garbage. Am I rolling dice wrong?
4s are very, very fickle. 4-ups. Yeah. So was that 5?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So 5 on 4s.
Yes, sir.
So take 1.
Okay.
And then panic on a -1. So I go from a 6 to a 7. And
yeah, you're good.
Good thing I took that panic token off of there.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
That's me.
Okay. So he's activated, but these guys still have not activated, right?
That's correct.
Okay.
Now these guys are just juicy for
they are
the roller.
But if they're not going anywhere right now, then I don't need to expedite that attack there. The higher priority, I think, is this action here to try to knock these guys down to 1 rank.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll just activate them, and they're gonna just try to poke these guys and see if they can get a wound through. I'm weakened though, so chances are not good, but we'll see. So 4 dice on 4s. Oh, but I do get rerolls at least because Oath of Duty. I give you a condition token, and I don't control the crown, so I don't get rerolls. So give you a condition token. I'll give you a panic token.
Okay.
So 4 on 4s. All right. I assume you want me to reroll those?
Yes.
All right, got 1.
All right.
1 is all I need.
Yep.
All right,
Good.
that does it.
All right.
Takes this guy down.
No, he's
a 3. They have Sunder.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Shoot. All right. Well, now what are they at? Keep looking it up. The Cavaliers 5s. They don't have vicious, do they?
Nope.
But they are panicked.
Yeah, they are panicked.
Doesn't matter.
All right.
So they take 2 more.
2. Okay.
Yeah.
So let's go back over.
All righty. Okay, this guy, I'm going to remove this. Just going to shift away.
Who's retreating?
This one.
Okay.
So I'm just going to put this on there to signify that they still have it. So what did I roll? 2, so that's just 6. Oh.
Yeah, it's a spear.
Yeah. It'd be 5, 6, 7. It'll only be 7. All right. Thank you, sir.
Yep.
Alrighty.
Take Axel. I'll throw him on the tactic zone there.
Mm-hmm.
I'll re-weaken your Cavaliers.
Okay.
Draw 2.
You almost cycled your deck.
Yeah. It's always a good feeling when you can burn down to almost the end of your deck. And then he's going to influence. He can't influence them. So he'll influence Stannis then, which just means when I attack, I make that unit vulnerable.
Gotcha. Alrighty. I'm just going to go ahead and activate these guys for an attack into there.
Okay.
I'll use Winter's Might. It'll give them Sundering, and they can use their highest attack die.
Okay.
So that should be 9 on 3s. Let's see, 3, 6, 9. It's 9 on 3s. They don't get rerolls, though. So that is 9, 8, 7.
Okay. You said they got Sundering?
Yep.
Okay, so I go from a 4 to a 5. And I am vulnerable. Okay. You want to use the vulnerable?
Yeah, I'll pop up.
Okay.
Oh, shoot.
All right, so that was 7, right? So that's all of them, but they have to the last, 2 charges of to the last.
Yep.
So the first charge will pop off. I take a morale test. If I pass it, they stay alive with 1 wound. If they fail it, I can pop my second one. All right, so
He's
they
good.
pass.
Yep.
And with Dauntless, they heal 1, so
Yeah.
it'll be Stannis and
the Bannerman.
Bannerman, yeah.
Yep.
And then I'm gonna final strike.
So would that be so?
So I think it's what you end up with. So I'm
Okay,
not certain
so
on this.
7,
so,
6, 5.
So
I think it is. I think it's at the end of the
Yeah.
attack sequence.
So it would have been 7, but now it's 5.
5. So it's 5 on 5s.
Yeah.
That is 2. So I take 3. Rank. Okay.
All right. So they've activated. You've just got
Just
him
the,
to go, right?
Yeah, just
Okay.
the calves.
I'll activate Alistair. And he'll do a panic test on these guys here.
Okay.
So it'll be a minus. I think they're out of the corpse pile. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it'll just be a -1.
Alrighty. So that is a 7. Very good.
I'll pop this. Have you re-roll those 2.
Okay. Looking for a 4 or more. All right, I'm good.
All right, still good.
Am I within short range? No, I'm not.
No.
Never mind.
All right, back to you.
Okay. Yeah, those guys I'll activate to
Okay.
attack. They're weakened.
Charge of the flank, I assume?
Yeah. All right. I'll have to align 50.
Yeah.
All right. These are such.
Yeah, it's so obnoxious to try to like
hate
position
those
these guys.
models. I mean, I love the unit. I hate the models.
They look great on the shelf with all their spears pointing out and stuff, but yeah. It's awkward.
Okay, so these guys are now panicked and vulnerable.
These
Yeah.
are you?
Because
Isn't that
they're
these guys?
No. These guys are influenced by Rob now.
They're influenced by him
So
for the rest of the game.
Yep.
Okay.
So here we go.
So they're panicked and vulnerable.
Yep. So here we go. When the first time he grabs that, deploy Rob's Deploy the unit Rob placed in reserve fully within short range of any flank, table, edge, and attach this card to them until the end of the game. While attached, enemies, units successfully charged in the flank or rear become panicked and vulnerable.
Okay.
So they're panicked and vulnerable. They are 4, but Lance gives them an extra 2, so they're attacking with 6 with Sundering. 3, 6 with Sundering. 6 on 3s. Sundering. Reroll this. All right.
Use the weekend.
6. Okay.
Still 6.
Yep.
2, 4, 6. Side and Sundering, so they go to 5s. And that's enough.
Weakened. Pop the weakened.
Oh, that's enough to kill him.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Well, I still kind of wanted to pop the weakened. All right. So this guy will over here. And this guy will maneuver. Mm, 5 inches, I believe. There we go. All right. No, I didn't put a.
All right. And I'll try to do the last. I think it's just me, right?
Yes.
Okay, I'll try to do the last 2 things quick because they're closing in like 5 minutes. So I'll activate Stannis the Manus. And he is going to play Sustained Assault. So he's going to activate, play Sustained Assault, so he just gets his highest attack die value.
Yep.
And then he'll get rerolls because of his King's Blade ability already. Sundering.
Yep.
And he makes them vulnerable with that. So 2, 4, 6, 7. So 7 on 3s with Sundering and Crit Blow. This gives him Crit Blow now too because of the crown. Oh, thanks. All right,
so
5.
So that will be 5. I want to say on. Oh no, their armor doesn't get better.
Their armor gets better. I think they're now a 4. Their armor gets better.
Plus 1 to defense. You're right.
Yeah.
So now they're on 4. So that's 5 on 4.
And they go back to 5s because of Sundering.
Oh, okay.
And then I'll use this for what they passed.
So that
Okay,
is
it's
5. 3, 4, 5.
And then Panic, they go from a 5 to a 3, but then to a 4 because of the corpse pile.
Yep.
And they're good.
Yep.
Okay. And then these guys, they're going to charge here. They're going to pivot first, so I can try to avoid crashing through the wall. Is there anything I can use here? Let me look at their abilities real quick. Okay. So they're going to charge. They're 6 speed, so they are auto in. They're good.
Yep.
And I'll use one of these for any enemies they successfully charge become panicked. So they'll become panicked.
Okay.
And then I'll use another one to give them +1 to hit ambitious. And I'll use the other one after they attack, but it won't really matter.
Sure.
That'll be game after that, I think. So +1 to hit, so they go from a 4 to a 3. They are on 7 dice right now, and they have vicious. Let me see if I want to give them something else. Do this. I think I can, because this is just an ability. So I'm going to play in R'hllor's name. So this is before rolling attack dice. I get crit blow and sundering, and if your unit doesn't die, then I take a panic test. I think since there's the same timing is happening on Heart of Fire when performing melee attack before rolling attack dice, but because this isn't an order, I don't think it conflicts with that because this is just an ability.
Okay. I mean, it's something I'd look into later because I want to say triggers are triggers. So like only one ability, order, or tactics card per trigger. Okay. But no, I mean I'm
cool we can play it that way, and I'll just use this one instead.
All right.
So so I wouldn't get +1 to hit or vicious. I'll just get crit blow and sundering. So I'll stick up my rerolls because I have the charge. So it's 4+. So those two miss there. Okay.
So that's all of them?
All of them in crit blow, so it's 8. 8 total. So 8 with sundering.
4, 6, 8. So that puts these guys at 5. So 8 on 5. That is 3.
Nice.
All right. So that's...
We don't probably even need to bother with it because it's not going to kill them. I mean, we can resolve the attack, but yeah it's not going to kill them. But
I mean, if we're calling it a night here, walking it out, honestly, if I didn't kill these guys, I didn't kill these guys, that was it for me. That was like your next move or your round 1 will be likely to put her there.
I'll try to kill these guys.
Yeah, you'd almost certainly kill these guys.
And then maybe panic bomb these guys with whatever remaining wounds they have. Maybe kill them.
Yeah.
If I kill them, these guys are going to be charged
They might be toast, but that's it. I mean, there's just not enough there. There really isn't enough there.
Yeah. So
no, it was a good game, man.
Yeah, I mean, I think it might have gone my way if we played it all the way out. Unless I was really unlucky, then I think you might be able to table me if things don't go well because these guys are on a hair's breadth, away from dying. They have 1 charge left of their to the last ability.
Yeah, exactly. But I don't have that many attack opportunities on them anymore. No, it was a really good game, man. I appreciate you taking the time.
Yeah. Alright, so how did this game go? Well, although the endgame card shows me with a clear win, I think that I could have very well been tabled if we took this game to round 5 or 6. We both ended the game here because we thought the game store was closing, but we didn't learn until later that they were actually open for another hour because they'd switched to their summer operating hours. If we had continued this game for another hour, this bloodbath of a game could have potentially ended with me being completely blown off the table. Some early positioning mistakes cost Zach dearly, as his Karstark spears got absolutely brutalized by Lightbringer fire, dying early in round 2. This left the Karstark loyalists alone and exposed, and they went down not long afterwards. If Zach were to try the double outflank again, I might suggest some slightly tankier infantry units and maybe a unit of bowmen. Alternatively, I might advise him to just refuse to engage with me and play keep away until the cav arrived. When the Tully Cav came onto the battlefield, they probably should have gone after the squishier parts of my army, like the Lightbringers, instead of getting bogged down with the Halberdiers. The Halberdiers kept those Cavaliers tied up for 2 whole rounds of the game, which was a pretty good value trade as far as I was concerned. The Outriders actually did more damage to my army in the end, since they charged into the Lightbringers, killing them, and then helped to finish off the Halberdiers. As for what I could have done better, I think I did a pretty good job dealing with Zach's spearmen and loyalists, but the focus on those units left me with my pants around my ankles for the inevitable cavalry outflank. I feel, though, that if I had played more defensively early on, kind of anticipating the cavalry outflank, Zach's infantry could have just piled on once the cavalry took the field. I really felt like I had to wipe out as much of Zach's army as possible before the cavalry appeared, and then hope for the best once the cav were on the field. I considered allocating more resources to dealing with the Tully Cav, but I'm glad I didn't. The Faithful did a good job just scoring objectives for a while and letting the Halberdiers absorb the Tully Cav. I wish I'd been able to keep the Lightbringers alive longer, though. I think that if they had fired some rounds into the Outriders, the Lightbringers could have really blunted the damage of that charge. Now let's take a really quick look at the game round by round and see how it went. So at the end of round 1, You see there was a lot of positioning taking place here. I started firing into the Karstark spears, and Zach was kind of slowly moving up that right flank of units, but I think he's kind of realizing he's in a bit of a shooting gallery here. And Stannis is making his way up to the center point to get ready to cap that one for round 2. So at the end of round 2, the Karstark spears and Rickard Karstark are completely blown off the table. The Karstark loyalists are not too far behind. They're really beat up. The Tully Cav have taken the field, and they charged into the Halberdiers. They did some pretty good damage against the Halberdiers, but the Halberdiers healed back up a bit and are poking at the Tully Cav. The Lightbringers are continuing to kind of keep a field of fire open there where the Loyalists are. I don't think Zach or I were expecting the Loyalists to really be on the table for much longer after this point. I have Stannis turning to face the Berserkers, and Zach kind of realizing that his situation is looking a little desperate. He's taken the Berserkers off of that point, and he's running them towards Stannis. I think this probably wasn't a bad idea. I think that's kind of a decision you have to make when you're realizing you're no longer going to be playing for objectives and you're going to have to play for a tabling, because if you leave Stannis where he is and leaves the Berserkers back on that point, Stannis is just going to swing around and dive into those Tully Cav probably so that I could save the rest of my army, because if the Tully Cav and the Outriders pop in and start running amok in my back line, that could really do me some pretty significant damage. So assuming Zach's strategy at this point was to try for the tabling, I think moving the Berserkers off of that objective was a wise move. Here we are at the end of round 3. The Loyalists are now off the table too. So all Zach has on the field, infantry-wise, is the Berserkers, who are in melee with Stannis. The two of them are kind of punching back and forth. The Lightbringers have been rear charged by the Outriders, but survived the initial charge. The Faithful have captured that point and are sitting on it. And the Halberdiers are still holding strong against those Tully Cav, as I've been kind of trying to keep them weakened as much as I can. And the Halberdiers are benefiting from whatever healing I can throw their way. And here's the end of the game. In round 4, I lost 2 units. My Lightbringers finally went down. And then the Halberdiers, like total chads, they endured 2 full rounds of being punched in the face by Tully Cav, but they finally went down. And now it's my Stannis and the Kingsmen are fighting the Berserkers, and the Faithful are fighting the Outriders. I have first player in the next turn if we had taken it to the next turn. And probably if we took it to round 5, I would probably drop Melisandre on the swords and try to nuke the Outriders. Try to get lucky and blow the Outriders up with the Melisandre bomb, or do that to the Berserkers. I don't know. I'd have better luck with the Outriders, trying to do some damage on them. And then probably use the sword to either finish off the Outriders with the Faithful, or try to kill the Berserkers with Stannis. Realistically, I'd probably try to kill the Berserkers with Stannis, and then spin Stannis around to face the Tully Cav, anticipating a potential Tully Cav charge into Stannis. Stannis still has 1 charge of To the Last at this point, so he could take 1 big punch to the face, potentially. But I think after this round, if I didn't kill the Berserkers and the Outriders, and didn't still have 2 units left on the table, I think I'd be in trouble for round 6, because Zach would have been first player at that point. We'll never know how it goes, but I think this one probably could have gone down to a coin toss in the end if we had kept playing this one out. In the end, the game looked like a bit of a blowout points-wise, but if we'd stuck around until round 5 or 6, I think Zach would have been very close to tabling my army. I'm really looking forward to our next game, though. Well, that just about does it for Battle Report number 25. Big thanks to Zach for the very fun game, and to the Forge in Houston, Texas for hosting us. Until next time, this is Randall, signing off.